So that's why this science of circadian rhythm is slowly catching on, because it's not only one disease, not only for older adults, it's also important from young kids. Even it's very important for premature babies who are the most vulnerable ones. They're in the neonatal ICU, and people think that they don't have a circadian rhythm, but actually they do. So I'll give you, maybe as we talk, few examples how circadian rhythm can have huge impact on health from premature babies to older adults. Yeah, so when the baby is in the womb, of course, the mother's circadian rhythm affects the baby. And there are also a lot of studies now showing that mothers who have disrupted circadian rhythm or sleep, they also have difficult pregnancy. And even those who have normal pregnancy, but at least they have a premature baby. And actually, in the US, 1 in 10 babies are born premature. So 1 in 10 means right now, among all the listeners we have, they should know at least one person in their friend circle who had a premature baby.
Yeah.
And it's very heart wrenching when you have this little baby and hooked up to all the feeding tubes and all the sensors in a incubator in hospital, and the lights stay on for 24 hours, and we assume that there is no circadian rhythm, so that keeping the lights on for 24 is okay. But then few years ago there was a study done in Mexico City showing that if you just simulate bright light, not even super bright light, it's like normal light that is in most people's house or in office during daytime, and then dimming down the light to not even complete darkness, just dimming down at night for 12 hours, can accelerate growth of these premature babies, so that they can get out of the hospital almost 2 weeks earlier than the babies that are left under continuous light. And this is the power of just simulating this very natural rhythm of day and night cycle, which even many scientists thought that, well, babies don't have a circadian rhythm, they wake up and cry in every 3 hours. So,
Yeah.
but this is an amazing result that you can accelerate the growth of premature babies. They can get out of the hospital, come home by just simulating light dark cycle, nothing else. You are not even changing their feeding cycle or anything, just light dark. Actually, yeah, so that's the question many people have in mind, that maybe some people can adapt to it. And maybe some people will say that, yes, I kind of adapted to night shift work and I can go with the flow. And but what really happens is, after these nurses or these night shift workers retire and they come back to normal life, or even when they have a long holiday vacation, then they feel more rejuvenated. When they're actually working in normal day and sleeping at night time, they feel much more rejuvenated. So
Yeah.
the bottom line is, yes and no, in the sense there are some people who are more likely to stay awake late into the night, and they say like they're night worker, they are more productive at night time. And it's possible that either they have a mutation in their gene that makes them more night owl, they may be able to stay awake later into the night and work. But we haven't seen that this frequency is that high. Only 1 in 250 or 300 people have such kind of genetic change that actually makes them night owl.
Wow.
So
And I'm sure there's a lot more night owls out there than 1 in
yeah,
250.
so that's why what happens is we stay awake late into the night with, a lot of anxiety and also excitement. Sometimes high school kids and then the college kids, they're just staying up, finish their homework.
Mhm.
Do they enjoy it? I don't think so, because when they have vacation, they actually go back to sleep much earlier, or they sleep in much later in the day. So the point is, we think that we can stay awake late into the night and we can do all this stuff. But epidemiological data is also telling that, forget about shift workers, just normal people, you and me,
Mhm.
who are staying up late into the night consistently, they are at a high risk for depression and long-term sleep disorders. They are the ones who will have insomnia in long run. They are the ones who are more likely to have depression and many of the brain health issues. So
Wow,
that's
that's
why we may think it's common, but it's not normal and it may not be healthy for us.